Listen for your calling.
It's not about me and you. It's about the people becoming one.
The way that Gambetta remembers Cesar Chavez is to continue his work for justice.
When things get really tough, what is it that inspires you to keep acting?
When I'm down, sometimes, I just have to think of, my family and how much they mean to me. I have to think about, all the people that I've had a chance to interact with and exchange with who have, told me that I've inspired them and that, I've helped them to see things in a new light.
Join a mother, her teenage daughter, and young people as they journey across the globe seeking wisdom from elders and visionaries and solutions to our most urgent individual and planetary challenges.
The spiritual wellness and the spiritual healing is paramount for the survival of our people, of all indigenous people, of all people.
About peace!
On this particular train, over 200 people have traveled saying in substance that we have a vision for peace on this planet. That though we're living in a culture of violence, we're maintaining an unwavering vision that peace can absolutely manifest in our country and in our planet at this time in our human history.
People, they suffer with alcohol abuse and drug addiction. Myself, I'm a recovering addict and alcoholic, and I've been clean for 3 years. Part of my healing and my recovery was going back to the traditional ways, picking up the drum again, going back to ceremony. It helped me to remind me of who I am, and that gave me strength in my recovery.
A lot of the Native Hawaiian people I know have lost their culture, and their whole family has lost their culture. I'm glad that there is some beautiful traditions like this.
Being Native, we always look to nature for teaching. It doesn't matter where you are, you could make that place sacred.
What's happening, I think, on our planet, to our people, to each and every one of us, is we are losing our connection with where we got our energy from in the first place. And it's a frequency of the earth. We don't get in the dirt anymore. We don't spend time where we regenerate that frequency, where we renew ourselves.
That's the interesting thing about a vocation of destiny. That's not just a small project. It's something that you feel you're born for.
So those people who suppress their vocation, do those people eventually find their vocation in life at some
That's
point?
a really good question. If somebody doesn't find it, then you tend to get depressed. You get under stress. It's very easy to get addicted, to get violent. And it seems to me that nature experiments with every possibility to see what works.
You said that majority of people now want peace.
Yes.
But what do you think of the application of this desire by nonviolent resistance methods? And like, instead of the government actually bringing peace, people bringing peace?
Oh, I think that's how it's going to happen. We have to put aside the conventional ways of thinking of things and realize that perhaps the biggest myth in our culture is the myth of powerlessness. We are not powerless. So disarmament has to become part of our lives. If we're to have a life on this planet, it's got to be disarmament.
And one day somebody said, well, sir, why do you keep doing this? You're not making any difference. And he said, well, I may not be changing the world, but I'm going to make sure the world doesn't change me.
my grandfather used to talk about. He said we must live what we want others to learn.
It's my experience that the closer you get to your life purpose, the more you meet everybody else,